Hello everybody, it's vacuum cleaners are my musical instruments here, formerly known as Vacuum Boy 96 here. I I don't really talk that much here in my videos here when demonstrating my vacuum cleaners here. And as you guys already know here that I love Hoover Elites here. They are my all-time favorite vacuum cleaners ever, and also my very first vacuum cleaners ever that I ever came across with as a kid growing up. And I love all kinds of different Elite styles, whether if they have the T-shaped hood design or square hood design, whether if it's a soft bag model or the hard bag model, and or whether if they have the side mounted attachment kit, the flex hose or the wraparound hose, and whether if they have the tan handle grip on it there or the all black handle grip on there. I love all kinds of different leads, so I'm not really too sure if I have much of a favorite, compared to all my other leads I have in my collection here. But anyway, here there is something a little especially interesting here that I kind of wanted to talk about here about this Elite here. A little nice special interesting history about this Elite here is, well, this Elite here was actually one of my very first Elites that I ever came across with as a kid, and actually even my very first vacuum cleaner I even came across with period too as a kid growing up. And I'd say this was sometime maybe between maybe 98 or something. And I remember my parents had to, well, before I go on to that, but yeah, I remember this was my very first Elite here that I came across this as a kid growing up, and it was this exact dark burgundy red soft bag model here, which had the triple filtration system logo on it, and that soft thin light lettering on it, and it had the side mounted attachment can and tan handle grip. I can't remember if it was this exact kind of elite here, which is a Hoover convertible. I can't remember if it was either the Hoover convertible that I came across with, or if it was the Hoover, or if it was the dark burgundy red Hoover Elite soft and light that had the square hood design and also had the side mounted attachment kit and tan handle grip. So I don't exactly remember too well which exact burgundy Elite it was, but anyway, since really all Elites are the same, and since it's really the same color, but white or not, but I'll just say it was this here. But yeah, anyway, this was my very first Elite, and just even my very first vacuum cleaner ever, period, in general, that I ever came across with as a kid growing up. And I'd say this was maybe sometime between maybe 1998 here, and I remember my parents had to use their Sears credit card on this machine back then, when it was brand new and very popular back then, in order for them to be able to afford this machine here. And we were living in a small apartment around that time for maybe 2 years or something, and it ran pretty, and I believe it seemed to run pretty smooth back then when it was brand new, as my parents purchased it. And then sometime maybe between 2000, my parents purchased a smaller house that was about maybe 10 or 15 minutes away from our old apartment. And then sometime maybe around 2000 or 2001, my parents unfortunately decided to throw out this machine after it quit working, like what most other people do when a machine stops working, such as maybe broken belts, melted brush roller, and caps, or a clog in the machine, for example. But yeah, unfortunately, around either 2000 or 2001, my parents decided to throw out this machine after it quit working, and then they later replaced it with another Elite that they bought at Walmart sometime maybe between like 2001, which was the Hoover Soft and Light Supreme, which was green. It had the T-shaped hood design. It had the wraparound hose on it and the all black handle grip on it. Which I have more history about that cleaner as well, but I'm going to cover that for maybe another time if I ever come across with the soft and light Supreme and Green, if I ever find it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or on another internet website. But yeah, I'll cover that history for another time if I ever actually get to find it. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this machine here. As we already know, the tan handle grip, nice beautiful Hoover lettering here. Here's your steer cleaning handle to clean up cleaning up on carpeted stairs instead of having to use your hose every time to vacuum your stairs. Here's the carpet height adjustment knob. Some more nice, beautiful Hoover lettering here. Tool door. Here's a little motor air vents here. And it's a nice, beautiful attachment kit here. Here's the extension one. This is definitely the original color for sure, and it has all of its attachments on here, which are all in black, and so these are definitely the original colors on them for sure. And this cord here seems like it's probably quite long here, and so I'd say maybe it's about maybe 30 something feet. I don't know. I haven't tested this machine yet. Here's its nice little power switch here, which is actually connected inside the valley of the motor here, where the main rocker switch is here, and this switch here I believe is actually, Hoover actually likes to refer to this switch here as a safety switch here, which basically helps prevent people from getting electrocuted when using this machine here. And so that's quite a pretty nice feature Hoover added back then in the day. And so this switch has no electrical contact around here. It's all made out of plastic here. This entire machine and all the other Elites I have in collection, all of them are really all made out of plastic here, and these machines clean up pretty well, and I personally think they even clean up better than any of today's bagless, robot, and cordless vacs combined. I cannot lie there. They do so much better than all those today's junk. But yeah, but the unfortunate thing about these old Elites here, because they're all made out of plastic, they do tend to break and get brittle pretty easily as they age, and just with the plastic just being so cheap and brittle on them, and this switch rod definitely tends to break as well too, for being entirely made out of cheap plastic. So it definitely can get brittle pretty easily if you're not careful, and just maybe after years of usage and age. And so you definitely do not want to break this little switch rod here, or else you will no longer be able to run your cleaner, unless if you can find a new part for one of these here. And another unfortunate thing about these old Elites is parts for another definitely become a lot harder to find for them nowadays, ever since frickin' TTI has taken over the company now. And I just put in a fresh new Hippoclop type bay bag here, which has a much better filtration than all the genuine paper bags here. Let's go ahead and look under this machine here so we can look at the model number and see the year to when this machine was made in. And to serial date these old Elites here, the first 4 digits would decode the month and year to when this machine was first made in, which would be November of 1998 here, 1198, where I have my finger pointing here. It comes with a type A bag, which all the Elites do. For household use only, made in the USA. That's another thing I love about these old Elites here, is that they are US made. Definitely way better than all of today's Chinese made junk that I was practically just talking about a little bit ago there. Made by the Hoover Company in North Canton, Ohio. And here's the model number, U4535-930, 7.0 amps, 60 hertz, 120 volts, and for household use only. Here's its little carpet height adjustment wheels here. And as you can see, it's a little dusty and dirty around here too, and this brush roller definitely needs to be cleaned out at some point too. But anyway, enough of my chit-chatting here. Let's go ahead and give this machine a test run here and see how loud it is here, since I haven't tested it yet. And now let's go ahead and give this thing a test run here, guys, to see how well it picks up. And I'm not sure how loud it is going to be here. And so just for the record here, if any of you guys have headphones on or have sensitive hearing here, I would advise turning down your volume for the sake of this clip here, and because I'm not sure how loud it's going to be here, and I'm not sure even how healthy it's going to sound too. So headphone users, I would advise turning down your volume, or anyone of sensitive hearing. So let's go ahead and give this thing a test run here in 3, 2, 1. well, so far, this machine actually runs very nice and smooth here, and is working pretty great here. The motor sounds pretty clean and healthy, and I didn't smell any weird bad odors coming from the motor. And to be honest, this vacuum is actually not as loud compared to some of my other leads I have in my collection, such as, you know, my Hoover Runabout Deluxe and my Hoover Soft and Light Supreme that's in blue, and like my Hoover Decade Soft and Light Elite, which my Decade kind of sounds like it might have maybe some bad. Nah, let's not worry talking about that. But yeah, so far this machine actually runs very nice and smooth, and actually is a bit more quieter than some of my other Elites. All I just need to do is put in a new headlight in it at some point. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video here, and thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bells for my channel here. It really helps me out a lot when you guys interact with my channel here. It really helps me out a lot to keep my content running here, guys. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.